All right, we are now live. Welcome to the Candy Shop. It is Ladies' Night and it is Lace and Cocktails today. I'm Candace.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Artrell.
And this is the Candy Shop. Like I said, it's like, did I say Lace and Pearls or Lace and Cocktails? Lace and Cocktails. Yeah, Lace and Cocktails. Yeah, Lace and Cocktails. And so the signature drink that I'm doing today is Sex on the Beach. So we have our Sex on the Beaches. Mine isn't as pretty because I'm missing the orange.
You know I'm extra.
Yes, but I thought of you. I was like, I need to get an orange because Hannah's going to have one, but I didn't even get it. But yes, I'm excited to do this show. As you can see, we are sexy today. We are embracing our sex appeal for Chloe Bailey. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Right now, I do want to start off with the T.I. and Tiny situation first. I want to get them out of the way. There are some new things that have come up. So I know, Hannah, I think you know the most about it, more than I do. I know about some of the women coming out, but I didn't hear that they canceled their show. So, and we was talking about this prior to getting started. Hey, Bert. He said, what's popping? So, Hannah, you can start us off with T.I. and Tiny. What's the deal? What's going on?
Okay, so I was on Shade Room right before the show, and I saw that they canceled the family. What's that? Friends and Family show that they have.
The Family Hustle.
Yeah, right now because of the allegations that's brought against them. But also, I mean, I don't. It's other people on that show, so I feel like you stopping everybody else check by doing that. The people that not accused anything.
Yeah. So why do you think it was canceled? I know you have your thoughts about the girls.
At first, I didn't believe it. I mean, honest. I didn't. It's not that I believe it. I didn't have enough proof because the person who made the accusations made other accusations against other people and wound up being false. So it wasn't because I don't believe if a woman says something happened. It's just that the person who did it wasn't, the most credible source. But at this point in time, I believe those women. And you see what's happening. Everyone is saying like, "Oh, they're guilty." Y'all already calling them guilty. But Rob Kardashian said it 3 years ago. He said he made a post under T.I. He commented after T.I. He said he told everybody, y'all slept with Blac Chyna when she was 17, and y'all continued to ask to sleep with her. And at that point, everybody ignored it because it came from Rob, and they just thought he was being bitter because of their breakup. But years later, it's coming out. So, I mean, if they are guilty, I don't know. I'm not their attorney. If they are guilty, then I would hope that everything is, handled correctly in the court of law. But if they're not, then I would like them to clear their name. But we need some answers at this point because the silence is not working.
Yeah, I agree. Artrell, we're both here in Atlanta. And we know it's crazy in the streets. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Actually, I think so. I've been in Atlanta since like 2010. And that is old tea. Like it's everybody knows how T.I. get down. I know people.
I told Hannah, I said those rumors were out like a long time ago. So it's known. I'm just surprised. Oh, go ahead, Artrell.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say. Now I don't know about the the abuse portion.
Oh, she froze. Come on.
Of it.
Like you're freezing.
A common thing. Did I go out?
You're freezing a little bit.
Well, no. I know that's been a common thing for a while. I've heard that. So I'm not surprised by that. And then you don't want to, but you can't help because I've seen some people, like when people brought up Candy and that whole housewives situation, and everybody's like, well, why are you bringing up Candy? You have to. It's the exact same thing. Like it makes you think about it. Yeah, it makes you think that it's right.
No, Candy just makes the people sign NDAs.
Yeah, she did say that. Yeah.
So it was really
She
a
did
dungeon.
say that.
Well,
Dungeon.
I don't know if it's a dungeon, but the part about having threesomes and having good times, that's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
I
That
never
part is
got why she would lie to. What's wrong with having a dungeon? If you got it, I could believe Candy got a dungeon. Like
I
can't. If I had the money, I wouldn't drag people in it, but me and my husband would have
no. Yes, right.
right up
I
there.
have one, especially with kids. Mm-hmm. I would
Yes.
have a room.
Me and my husband, not nobody extra.
Yeah, so
Right.
my thoughts on the situation, I definitely agree with Artrell. This is something I think the first time I heard about it, because I went to school down here. I was down here from 2001 to 2007 in the Atlanta area because of school. And I think 2008, 2009 was when I first heard about T.I. picking up chicks, like right around the time him and Tiny got married. That was when I was hearing about the stuff. And I heard the rumor that I heard was it was a similar like R. Kelly thing. He liked picking up young girls in his limo. And it was like controversy. I think Media Takeout might have been the first place that I saw it at back then. So I'm just not surprised that it's coming up. And if you take Sabrina Peterson, because that's the young lady that's doing all these accusations, if you take her out of the situation and you keep the girls that's saying it, it is very believable. I think one thing that they should have done, like Candy and Todd do, is have these people sign NDAs, because it sounds like that didn't occur. And one thing that I didn't get to say, I was on Wednesday, we were on Real Talk for Real Men, me and Hannah, and we talked about the T.I. and Tiny situation. And I think we talked about it last week with me on my show. I really just feel like T.I. is very cocky. And a lot of times when you have someone that's less famous and you have, like, think about how people view Black women. They view us as hoes and sluts. So in his mind, he's probably thinking, who's going to believe these little hoes anyway? I'm T.I. I'm doing this for the community. Mayor Abrams knows me. I'm actually the mayor of Atlanta, because he was going around calling himself that. So I know he had that mindset that no one would believe that this happening. Well, I just know that.
And on top of that, I can believe that because of his personality. Like, if we look at all the things he's done, I mean, you don't even respect your wife. You don't respect your daughter and her sexuality. You don't respect women. Like, we all know this. So I'm not surprised by it. Even if she, like you said, if she didn't say anything, the way that you go about treating women and viewing women and the things you've said, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And that's why he probably don't trust his daughter saying that she's a virgin. He wants to go to the hospital with her and have her hymen checked versus
he want her friends or whatever.
What'd you say?
Or he might want her friends.
You said he might want her friends. That's the why he's going to the doctor with her. I don't know. He's been moving lately. I just have not liked the way he's been moving, like in the last 5 years, from cheating on Tiny with the Bernice Burgos, and then
wait, Scared, what?
Yes, he was known for being with Bernice Burgos. That's how she got famous.
I didn't know he was with Bernice.
Yes, that's how she got popular. She was the other woman.
I was like, who is this woman?
Yes. So
I was like, how is she famous? Like, who is she?
Hi, Sheeta. Yeah. So yes, and Bert's cracking me up saying, damn, Media Takeout. Yep, I stayed up on
Media Takeout.
Yes. Yes, I stayed up on my media. Before Media Takeout for me, it was Word Up Magazine and Fresh. Like, I was always.
I remember Word Up.
Yes, but Lashida, we are talking about the T.I. and Tiny situation. There have been new developments. Hannah mentioned that from the Shade Room, their show has been canceled. And so, I
said, ooh.
Yes. And so what are your thoughts on all of the new allegations that are happening?
I saw his comments. I too think he's arrogant, and like I said, I think something is going on, but people take it out of context, or I think the girls just come back at it, like they come back and think they can get something from it, being that they just, to me, maybe were young or naive in the beginning, and then because things are blowing up every which way, they're like, oh, well, I can capitalize off of this and come back, even though they may have been consensual, not even, or just naive and not even know what they were getting into. They're coming back afterwards like, oh, well, something was wrong, or but I think something is going on. I think it's not everybody's business. And I mean, that's just what I think. I mean, because not that they're so high profile that they could just do whatever they want, but they are at a profile that they're going to do a lot of things. So what did you kind of expect, even being in their company?
Yeah, I agree, Lashida. And I want to say happy birthday to Lashida again. Thank you. Yes. So, and
NDAs, we don't believe in those.
Exactly. NDAs. Lashida, we're drinking Sex on the Beaches. I hope you have your drink. What is that? Water?
That wine.
Not water. It's not water, but
oh.
It's 0 calorie, but it has caffeine.
Okay.
So this is just a starter. I have had a long day and I'm gonna have a long night. So this is my in between. It's my in between.
I want to look at Jay's comment, and Jay told you happy birthday as well. Bert said happy birthday as well.
Thank you.
Too. Or happy born day. But Jay said, wasn't she his assistant or something? Is he talking about Bernice or Sabrina? Was Bernice his assistant? I didn't think so. I always just heard she was the other woman. So maybe I need to look into that.
I be late to everything.
That Sabrina Peterson lady, I swear, just a few months ago, she was in another scandal with somebody else.
Wow.
That was my issue with her. Because when you are caught up in so many scandals, your credibility, no one's going to believe you. Mm-hmm. And when she said, I was like, okay, you full of crap. But now I hear other victims, well, if they are victims, I'm not saying they're not, but some people do it like, okay, I'm about to label T.I. and Tiny, and they might be down for it. Mm-hmm. But then you hear other people saying, well, I was hurt, and it's a big payoff because they're not doing criminal. They go under Lisa Bloom. Come on. She with all the celebrity scandals.
Yeah.
That's how I was like, at that point, I'm like, if you really did that to me and I was victimized, I don't care about your money. I want you to know. They're not trying to do criminal. They're trying to do civil.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, now if T.I. and Tiny settled, then I know it's true. But I would like, take me to court. I ain't settling a daggone thing. If I'm innocent, I'm not paying you 5 cents. And then I'm countersuing for pain and suffering for them canceling my show.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my thing, Hannah. What do you think? T.I. has yet to deny any of this. He's just saying it's our business.
Who is this lawyer? Who is your lawyer?
So
who is your lawyer? Is it Phaedra? Like, who is your lawyer?
Who knows who his lawyer is? Okay, so Jay said Bernice is like this late 40s, early. Bernice is not that old. Bernice is actually in her late 30s, early 40s. But he said early 50-year-old lady who looks really good, who all rappers like and make songs about. Yeah, I know who Bernice is, but Bernice is actually. You said she's 50.
Because she just had a grandchild. I swear she was in her.
Yeah, well, I know she had a child young, but she was 37 a few years ago. I think she's in her early 40s now. I think. You know what? I'm about to look it up. But yes, I know. Angel said he had a video. Did y'all see it? I saw something last week where he was saying it was their business. What's the video? Is it an R. Kelly video?
I don't see nobody peeing on nobody.
I mean, I know I don't want to see peeing, but I want to see other stuff.
We had enough. We saw Trey.
Like the Trey song. I was gonna say like the Trey song.
We had enough this week.
So Bernice Burgos, I'm looking at her age. She's 40 years old this year. She was born in 1980.
She really is good.
Yeah, she looks really good. So T.I. and Tiny, the situation, I'll say this, for me, it's different than the R. Kelly situation. With the R. Kelly situation, I was so like appalled, but with the T.I. and Tiny situation, I'm not appalled for some reason. I'm not in shock. I do believe they had threesomes. We'll just have to see how it unfolds. I'm not really all into it that much. I feel like That's what he get if it happens. Because T.I. was going around really, really cocky. Jay said he heard a lot of these girls were escorts they was messing with. Oh, well, that could be true. And Angel said, no, it's him. Basically said, check the source about the women who are making the accusations. I've heard that as well. And Janice said, good evening. So yes, good evening. So I want to go to our next topic. This was the, or first of all, did anybody else, Trail, did any of you have anything else to add about the T.I. or Tiny situation before I move on?
No.
So T.I. is not, well, T.I. has said his statement. He was like, don't, bring this to my wife or take this to my wife. But what is she saying?
She was
nothing.
She was going after Sabrina Peterson at first, but she hasn't said nothing since in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, Shekinah said enough.
Shekinah implicated them in the whole situation.
She made it worse.
I'm gonna slap you when I see you on site. Shekinah. And hung up.
Yes.
Shekinah want that talk show.
She's spilling
all the tea.
Yes. Which is hilarious. So I want to, before we move on to that, what did y'all think? I'm trying to upload a video real quick, so that's why I'm stalling now. What did y'all think?
You ain't even have to tell us. We ain't even know.
What did y'all think of the Trey Songz leak? Do y'all think it was real?
Well, I didn't see that. No, what did I miss?
I've heard it was. I didn't see it though, but I've heard that before.
It was a video.
It's a video.
Of a girl giving him head.
Yes.
And
that was like his personal footage.
Oh, he made an OnlyFans after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was big. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh, I missed it. Dang.
I mean, it's on Twitter. You can still see it. Yes, it is on Twitter.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
But why though? Like, why? Y'all, they cuss Cardi B out for her titties, but he can show his.
Really?
Feet. Yes. But
I thought a lot of guys liked it. I remember when the Cardi B thing came out.
Areolas, like people have kids. The areolas is not the same on every person.
Yeah.
Not that serious.
Okay, so I'm trying to see if I can download.
They complained about it?
They said they were too big and it was not attractive.
Oh, I do remember that.
Had surgery on his own.
I didn't think it was that serious.
That's a body.
Right. And she had a child.
Right. Yeah.
And Jay, we talked to Hannah, definitely explained this. T.I. or Rob Kardashian did expose T.I. for having sex with Blac Chyna when she was
I
underage.
said 17. He said 16. Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, Angel said she want to see the video.
Find it, Angel. Send it to me.
But okay, so I can't. The other video that I was trying to show, I was trying to upload it. To, oh, not of Trey. I was not.
We want to stay on YouTube.
No, I was trying to upload the video of Chloe doing the busted challenge, but for some reason,
she killed it.
Yeah. So that's what I want to move on to now.
She did. She did.
Chloe Bailey backlash that she's received. Now she has received a lot of support, but she received a lot of backlash, and the backlash came from women. It wasn't men; it was from women. Haters. They went in on her, and she went on Instagram and cried, and yeah. So what are y'all thoughts on that? Anybody can start.
I'm going to say this.
I mean,
I think that she is a very beautiful woman, very talented. She has a great body, and it's all hers. And women were jealous because they kept painting her. They put her in a little box, and when people put you in a box, they expect you to stay there. But she's not her sister. She's 24 years old. She's not her sister. That was the point of her separating. And my thing is also, Beyonce did the Silhouette Challenge on her whole tour. When she came down that thing and slide, nobody said a daggone thing. So when Chloe did it and she looked real good doing it and people were happy, it's the women who can't do it, who refuse to celebrate. I thought she looked good. And I'm a woman. Yeah. I thought she looked really good. And I watched it a couple times. I was like, let me watch it
again. because it wasn't offensive. It was classy. She wasn't overly revealed. She wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't something that would just be appealing to a male. She just was looking sexy.
Right.
Sexy and she, you know what, we don't get offended by that.
Yeah. She looked really good.
To a point in your she did. And then you get to a point, like everybody knows as a woman, when you in your 20s, you get to that point, you get out of that awkward phase and you start feeling yourself like, oh, okay, I look good. She was just having fun, you know? And then I think, like you said, Hona, a lot of people were putting her in that box thinking like, well, this is what we're used to seeing them as, not realizing, like you said, she's a grown woman. So I'm sure she's felt like that for a long time. She just couldn't do it, you know? So I don't think that was fair. Now, one thing I will say, though, Miss Chloe, if you're going to be grown, you got to be grown. Ain't no getting on the internet crying. She should have been up there like, listen, this is what I'm doing. Y'all can kiss my behind. That's what you can't have it both. Can't be up there crying now.
Yeah, because I sure would have went up there. I would have made my speech and still was dropped it as I make my
I put Juvenile on and backed it up on the speech. All y'all can kiss both cheeks.
What's the other challenge where they're doing the silhouette?
So they start. It sounds like some 50s music at first, and then it switches to like music of the day.
Like dress down, and then they do the.
They turn on a special light or something, and it's just like a sexy thing that is just showing their silhouette. But they were saying that they have some type of online. There's some type of app that allows you to remove that dark filter and see the people's naked bodies. This is what I have to say about that. Whatever you put on the internet is going to be, people are going to watch it anyway. So you're taking that chance anyway. Let these people take this goddamn chance. If they want to have a good time, just do it. I do want to talk about Kenny is funny. He said, what's the backlash against Chloe? Who is she? I saw her bust a challenge and I found it quite delicious. So Chloe is a part of the Bailey sisters. The Bailey sisters were two girls that used to do like Beyonce songs and covers on YouTube that were actually discovered by Beyonce. She actually put them, I think, on her tour. She started like producing them. And so recently, right before the pandemic hit, they were about to release an album. And I think it would have been really good and big had the pandemic not hit. But they released the album. Her sister is actually going to be in The Little Mermaid. And so recently they have separated their Instagram pages and I think all of their social media accounts for that very reason. They want to have their own personas. And so I think Chloe's actually 22. She's finding her own. And she's at that age, like Artrell said, you go through that awkward stage, because I was one of those girls that actually went through an awkward stage. You go through the awkward stage, you're real thin, and then when you become an adult and you're over 21, you can drink, you can have fun. It's like, okay, I am feeling myself, I am sexy. And so it takes a long time for certain girls to feel that way. So I think there's nothing wrong with this girl exploring that part or that side of her. And for the men that are calling her sluts and hoes, because I was on a show recently where they called her that. I think that's just ridiculous. Like, just because a woman likes to do sexy challenges and do things and be sexy does not mean that she's sleeping with any and everybody. Like, I
repeat that.
Yes, she's not sleeping with any and everybody. I can't wait till we get to the day where people can just freely be them and not be judged for what they're doing. Like, just mind your goddamn business. If she put she just competed in the challenge, and that was it.
Do y'all see that it's actually men out here doing the challenge with full penis out?
Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
I did see that.
Doing the same challenge.
And yes, Shanice says she played in Grownish too.
She did. That's my show. You know what's crazy though about Grownish? She did a scene on there when the girl Zoe from Blackish was like, "Oh, why do you dress like that?" And she was like, "Well, I can dress the way I want. I don't know why people like to control my body and tell me what to wear. And Zoe was like, you know what? I am trying to control your body. And I didn't even realize it. And I'm like, Dad, that's what's happening in real life. She acted on the show, but it's really happening. Like they're really trying to control her.
And let me say this. You know what's funny to me? Like I said before, with Black women, they try to demonize and weaponize our bodies and make us feel bad about being sexy. But let's go all the way back into in the day to Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields was a child actress that they put in sexy movies. They showed her body a lot as a child. Then when she became a teenager and an adult, that she still was sexualized, and she was so virtual. It was like, who's gonna get her virginity? They hated that she was dating Michael Jackson. And so it was like, for her to be sexy, or let's take Miley Cyrus, for them to be sexy, just exploring. They're coming of age and exploring their sexuality. But when it's a Black girl, we're automatically a slut and a hoe, just for doing the same thing that they're doing. That's what's funny to me, and I don't like it. And yes, this is my platform. Lashida, I was telling the other ladies, I had a guy inbox me, ask me, had I talked about the Capitol yet, because he saw I was going to talk about Chloe. And I think, Lashida, I might have told you. I'm like, I don't talk politics on my show.
Right.
I think that we have issues as Black people, but our sexuality and us as women are also a topic as well. So that's what I do talk about. So miss me with the whole politic talk. If you want to, you can go to my friend's page, TFG, the political media. That's where you can talk politics. Next. So
yeah.
But y'all saw that the Disney star, she wasn't Black. Remember, she did an OnlyFans. She made $1 million in one day from her OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. Bella Thorne.
And no one said a dag-on thing.
From her what? What was she doing?
She made an OnlyFans, and one day she had made $1 million in one day. It was all over the blogs, Google, everything. And she was like fresh off Disney. I think she left Disney maybe a month or two before. And start breaking out with OnlyFans.
See, it's a double standard for racists as well. But we're
curvy.
We're curvy.
In the workplace, our curves is a problem.
Oh yeah.
Walking down the street, our curves is a problem. We can be this thin and have a curve, and it's still a problem.
Jay Woods, I want to know who Kara Walker is. Do y'all know who that is?
No, who's that?
I don't know who that is.
I never heard
of it. Now he's gonna make me research. And Jay Woods,
he got me trying to find out who's Kara.
Yeah, he needs to come on my gentleman's show next week. The fellas. I like Jay Woods. He comments a lot. Bird said, never will happen. Haters gonna hate. I know that things won't change and people are gonna be haters forever. Janice says she deleted the challenge from her page.
Oh,
why?
Yeah, why did she delete it?
You know who challenge was creepy? Don't judge me, y'all.
Who?
Tiffany Haddish and Common silhouette challenge.
Ew, I didn't see it. They did it together.
It was just. I feel like.
Oh wait, did they have one together? I saw hers by herself.
She did it. So at the end, he came behind her, started rubbing on her, kissing on her, bent her over. You didn't see the whole challenge?
No, I didn't see. I saw the one where she did it by herself.
She did it. Common came in the last 2 minutes of the challenge. It was on Shade Room and everything. Like, he's off her head.
Kara Walker is Lashida, I'm surprised you don't know this.
Yeah, she's off the chain.
But Kara Walker is a contemporary painter and silhouette printmaker. She does all that. So Lashida is into art, architecture major, Tuskegee. So
yes, and I'm always advocating for I mean the physical body doesn't faze me, you know what I mean? So naked people don't faze me, you know what I mean? It's just the perception and what's put out there and what's promoted, and like you said, just the negative comments can kind of come behind it. You just kind of gotta watch it. And it's a double standard at work. It is really funny how, you know, you can't have anything too tight. But then when somebody, the spectrum of skinny to big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for Black people, for full-figured women, you know what I mean? Things just are going to be snug, but you can't wear anything tight. But things are going to be snug.
That's why today was sexy cocktails and lace, Me and Hannah have on the lace. I told you ladies late, but I want all the smoke.
But
I don't have lace. I tried to do a little something.
I know. I only have a little. I don't. Sorry. But
in my 20s, though, at 22.
Hold up. Wait.
The rave review poses.
I know.
Who wasn't naked at 22?
What were you saying, Hannah?
Who wasn't naked at 22? I was naked. I'll be honest. I was
22.
Oh,
I saw my Facebook memories in college. I had a dress like was damn near just underneath. You know, I was like, why the hell am I wearing that? I don't know.
Listen.
Lashida knows in our little modeling organization, we had a lingerie scene. Remember, Lashida?
Yeah.
We had a lingerie scene from Victoria's Secrets, and we played Janet. Would you mind?
Yeah.
And we were naked. And then Lashida, I remember I left Tuskegee, came back. Homecoming, we did a lingerie show at the Atmosphere.
Yeah.
With that comedian, and we were butt naked, and we felt like our bodies were art. So we all done.
And it was still done with class.
It was
still
class.
done with taste. You know what I mean? Like make you want to get the outfit. And that's what I was remembering too when we had our individual kind of photo shoots coming in as a freshman, because I joined Rave as a freshman, and my thoughts of what sexy was, you know, coming into college, because I really was conservative in a sense in high school. Like I was not girly, you know, for the most part. And so I totally flipped it when I, you know, got my freshman year. You know, you're free. You get to try and do a lot of stuff. Well, one of my pictures that I have with the photographer is similar. I mean, it was lace in a sense. Mm-hmm. It was the long skirt with the split, because I think that was just the style. And then it was the bra and it was the lace, and then like some boots or something. But I was like, I straight was in a bra. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you know, we did that. And Angel, send me the picture of the dress. I gotta give Angel my contact information. I want to see her birthday look. She said it's similar to this shirt, but a dress.
Her birthday's coming up. Mm-hmm.
So happy early birthday!
I think we all have those pictures, like from when you first turned, like when you got to college and you try to wear your little sexy outfit, and now you look back like, what the hell? Like I have one similar to you. I had a corset. It was a checkered corset and leather leggings, and I was like, where was I going, and why did y'all let me leave like that? Like, but I thought I was doing it. Like,
And Charles, yes, you heard Victoria's Secret. We did a show on Victoria's Secret lingerie, a scene. So yes, you heard Victoria's Secret back in college, and it was so fun. That was the same show, Lashida, and I have it actually. I have the VHS cassette here at my house. Yes, but that was the same show where we did. Oh, this is so crazy. We did that dance to that R. Kelly song, and that was when the allegations came out, and we were dressed like schoolgirls.
We had fun doing different roles and doing different themes.
Yes.
Creativity was definitely pushed, was definitely promoted.
Yes, for y'all that don't know, Lashida and myself and Kanea and Raven, who's usually on here, we were in a modeling troupe called Ray Review. And that was the Tuskegee's modeling troupe. Lashida and Raven were our board members. Lashida was the president actually my freshman year. Once she left, me and Kanea became president and vice president. I was vice president, Kanea was president. And so, yeah, that was like some of the best times of my life. The shows that we did, the exposure that we got modeling from Atlanta to Montgomery. And I think we even did a show in Louisiana once, me and Kanea. I can't remember. But
and yeah,
we've done a lot of
travel. Yeah, in Georgia. Yeah,
we did a lot of shows at that time for free for people. We got to use the clothes, but I'm starting to think they got to use us for free.
Totally. I mean, that was the trade-off. We'll promote your clothes. You just give them to us for free.
Yeah.
And we always returned them in good standing. We never had anything stolen, anything damaged. So yeah, that was what the trade-off was. And just being able to, like I said, promote individuality, definitely boosting self-confidence, definitely promoting creativity was a big thing. And it was definitely an outlet in college. And it wasn't anything to be where some organizations are, can find themselves to kind of, I don't know. I just, they
put you in a box,
and they aren't promoting you in growth. You know what I mean? It's like you shouldn't diss somebody or you shouldn't harm somebody, just to be a part of your organization.
Yes. I love those days, but those were the days going back to Chloe Bailey that I got to experience and find out who I was as a woman. Because prior to coming to Tuskegee in college, I was a nerdy little girl, played my violin, did swimming. So I identify with Chloe, with people always thinking that you're supposed to be a certain way because of my family. Of course, my mother was very surprised with me once I joined the organization because I started wearing shirts with my back out and all of that. She was like, Candace, why do you like dressing naked? And Kennard said, Ray Review were just as live as sororities at Tuskegee. Yes, we were. Yeah. And actually, most of the people that are in the sororities and the fraternities now were in Ray Review at some point in their college career. So, shout out to Ray Review. We need to have a Ray reunion on my show one day.
And definitely, wishing the best of luck of those that are continuing because they are on Facebook, most social media. I think they're on. I don't know if they're on YouTube, but they're on social media.
Yes, Ray Review is still alive and well. So yes, like Lashida said, they have a Facebook page, Instagram page, and I believe they're on YouTube as well. So we definitely support them as well. But going back to Chloe Bailey, the backlash, it just takes me to a time where I remember working a job, and I'm sure we've all experienced this in like our trail. I know you experienced it. What people don't know about our trail, she is very, I'm sorry not to put you out there like this, but our trail is very shapely. Her bottom half, like, it just makes you look like, damn. You watch her walk by like, whoa. But that's how she is. So I know. Sorry,
you couldn't be on the worst, like a worse person, because I'm so not somebody who likes attention. Like it goes to waste.
But remember when we both worked at an insurance company. I won't put the name out there, but I met our trail working in insurance, and those Negroes used to look at me and her. Now I'm shapely as well, but she would go up there, and this man was like, I spent all my check on her. When we were in training,
I forgot about that.
Yes, and I was like, ew. But the ladies were hating. I don't know if you know, it was me, you, and another girl we hung with, and I gotta have her on the show. But it's like they could not stand us. We were like the pretty girls of training.
Oh
y'all chose to wear buns today in your hair.
Oh, that's the popular crew, and we weren't even like that. So we'd be like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. We were just chilling a lot of times, but that's what people do. They automatically assume that you're a certain way. But I was open to hanging with everybody in that class, but I swear, nobody wanted to F with us at times. So. Yes, but we've all dealt with being that curvaceous Black girl in the office, and people just treat you funny. I know Hannah was telling me a story. I want Hannah to share that story because it's crazy. But it reminds me of stuff that I've gone through. But go ahead, Hannah, if you want to.
I have mild curves. So me and another coworker who was not Black and not built had the same exact outfit.
Ooh.
Same exact. And she was like, oh, you my twin. I was like, oh, yeah. And I got called in for violating dress code.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
For this, we have the same exact outfit. Like we both had, and Express don't really make clothes as Express dress.
Mm-hmm.
The Express don't be making raunchy clothing, so I was in dress code. Mm-hmm. And they told me I was violating dress code. Mind you, when we were walking, we were together. And when I brought it to the HR's attention, because I got pulled into HR, when I brought it to the attention, I'm like, we have the same. Oh, I didn't notice her. Well, how didn't you notice her? We literally had the same dress on,
Right.
same color, same everything, and
Right.
I can't help if I wear certain things and I have a certain curve. Like I don't have a choice. My family is curvy. Like we have a certain trait that goes on with the family. My daughter is this big, and I always pray that she doesn't have it. But Lord help me, it's not gonna work. But I can't help it. But for us to have the same exact dress on, and you call me into HR and not her. And the thing was, my dress actually was longer. Hers was shorter than mine. But the fact that I'm not a size 1 and not built like a cereal box, then it's a problem. So yeah, it's a lot with our community. I feel like our curves is a problem. We didn't wake up. We didn't ask to be born with curves. We didn't say, you know what, tomorrow I want. Well, I mean, some people probably said tomorrow I want a big butt. I mean, I'm not gonna say they didn't say that, but we didn't come into this world asking for this. So that the fact that we have it and you don't, it's a problem.
And with that, 'cause I used to work at Express, and I definitely and we used to promote Express and race, but and the same thing. So where you have the skinny girl, and then the Black culture, or you know, what I mean, Black figure. But then what about the full figure? The same outfit, because I used to look like I said, she can't help. Not just nice curve. I mean, like bigger than plump. You know what I mean? Over plump. So her clothes or size are limited as well. But they're going to be more fitted because of different material, right? How can she wear fitted? Because like some of the women were walking there, I'm like, dang, their stuff is tight, but they can't help it. But then for me, I'm like, I can't wear certain things because I don't want it to be too tight on my butt. It's not going to be any tight anywhere else, but it's like same thing. I might get dressed and they wouldn't. I'm like, but this woman every day wears the same type of style pants. It's going to fit her more because she's got more, you know what I mean? But I'm just worried it will be tight on my butt. Now that I'll still be cute, but I'm concerned because you would call me out versus her when she does it every day.
Yeah. Working. Oh, go ahead, Arturo.
Oh, I was just going to say, and I don't think people, like bringing it back to Chloe, I don't think people realize the effect that has on not just grown women, but younger women like her. I remember when I was like 20, I got a job at like a high scale store and I was so excited. And I was nowhere near as thick as I am now. I was only probably like a size like 7, like I wasn't big at all. But you know, being a Black woman, I still had a little bit of curve, but it was nothing that serious. When I was around my family, I was skinny. You know how Black folk are. But around other people, they probably say I was a little thicker, but I wasn't. And there was, we had to wear the store's clothing. Like most retail stores, you have to wear their clothes when you're on the floor. And I'll never forget, they made me feel so bad about myself. And I never, ever felt bad about my body until I worked there. And there was a white girl there, and she would fit into everything. And the white employees, they'd be like, oh yeah, she looks so cute. Like they would show her favoritism. And then I'd come out in something and they would be like, oh, I could barely fit it because the clothes were too small. And they made it like it was me. Like, and I wasn't even in the double digits. And y'all been sitting here making me feel like I'm too big when really the clothes are just small. They're made for people who don't have hips. And people don't realize the effect. If I was any other young lady and I didn't have the mother that I had and the women around me, that could have really done something to me.
Right. You're
really felt horrible. Yeah. So
I'm laughing at Charles talking about how thick are you now? No disrespect.
You know,
Charles,
he's thick and she's about to be married. So
right.
Arturo, can I say one thing about that? I work for Amtrak and they issue you a uniform. They measure you inside the station, they get your measurements. My uniform came. The very next day I had on my uniform, the station manager asked me, why is my uniform so fitted? y'all measured me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all took
Right.
my measurements, and it's a station issued uniform. How can I not? Y'all gave this to me. I didn't go out in the store and buy it. Y'all presented the uniform. I was in a full uniform, and I still got questioned of why my uniform is fitting that way. And they measure you like measuring tape, take you to the uniform. I mean everything to make sure your uniforms fit. And you gave me my size. Actually, my size was a little bigger because my ankles,
Right.
like I was damn near wearing bell bottoms. I don't know why. And y'all still said it. So I feel like even if you wear the store or the uniform, if you have a certain curve, you're going to get penalized for having that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. And that's why in my current company that I work for, I'm not going to put the name out there, but it's a for-profit school. In this, before the pandemic, I was a manager, and I had a lady that was over me that was a campus director. She is shaped similar to you, Artrell, but she's my height. So she's thick and tall. And we had a discussion about the dress code and how clothes fit. And I told her, I said, I never want anyone in this office to feel uncomfortable wearing something that they feel good in, especially if they have a curve. And I said, we should not have to alter what we look like in order to make them feel comfortable. And in that particular office, majority of us were Black. And so she agreed. She was like, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying, because she thought about the stuff that she went through. Like I said, this lady has a beautiful figure, but she's very, very thick, especially on the bottom half. And so certain things she wore, I remember she wore some jeans, and I'm like, goodness, Alicia. But I think it's beautiful. We definitely need to embrace our curves. We don't need to conform to what they say is the standard. We have our own standard, and it's a new day now. We're not second-class citizens, so we can set our own standard. And I love seeing the curves. I love embracing my body. I know my daughters will more than likely have a body like mine, and I don't want them to feel uncomfortable with having their curves. They're beautiful. They're going to be beautiful girls.
Have
So,
you ever felt
go ahead.
your curves?
What'd you say?
Have you ever felt like you hated your curves?
Yes.
One time I asked my mom, like, why did you give me this butt? Like, I was angry. Because I used to fight, like fist fight in high school. I used to be like this small, really small, and people would tell me I had a fake butt. And then my mom came up to school to pick up my report card, and that's the only time they realized.
No, I was told that now. I was told that now before I had my baby, before my body I feel like my body has changed since I had my last child. But no, before I had her last year, I went on a work trip, and this girl was like, is your booty real? Because you from Atlanta, y'all have the same butt. Like,
nobody can have a real butt anymore.
At all.
Like, my booty is real. But yes, there have been times that I have felt sorry, Artrell, but they make us feel bad about our curves. And I hate it. Being in the corporate world, especially like you're an educated Black woman, you already have to deal with them thinking you're an angry Black woman at that. So you have to tone that down. Then you have to tone what you look like down. You can't it's like you end up looking like a grandma trying to please them, because if you wear something fitted, it's going to look too sexy. And then their attention is going to be on your curves versus the job. So I got out of feeling like that. And yes, DJ, someone said curves. But Artrell, what were you about to say?
I don't know. That's fine. It was nothing big.
And that's why I think they were on Chloe, because people are just so exposed to people getting enhancements. And I just think that they just want to put her in this category, like she did something like she's I don't know, promoting her enhancement. That's her natural body that I know of. You know what I mean? Like, let her be in it. Let her do her. Let her enjoy it. She's been dancing like that anyway. She's been having those videos. I mean, they aren't that brand new. They have hit songs that are very popular. She's always dancing. She always dances a little harder than her sister, because her sister is more vocal and is she's focusing on the vocals. If she was really gonna perform it, you know what I mean? And but she's always bopping a little bit more because she has a little bit more. Why should she do it less?
Chloe is the size I was for majority of my 20s, except Chloe looks short where I was 5'7" with that booty and all of that. But I think she looks good. Enjoy it while you have it, girl, because after you turn 30, it's hard to maintain it. And even though I'm not just this monster, but I want to get back down to that size. So let's go to some of these comments. Versus now, Hannah, what was he talking about? Some white woman.
So last year, no, we moved to North Carolina in 2019, and I was working. I had to get a drug test for Blue Cross, and I was inside the facility, and the lady walked up to me and asked me who was my doctor, and I'm like, I don't have a doctor here. She was like, oh no, for your butt, I love it. I'm like, what? So I'm gonna ask you. I was like, ask your husband, he paid for it. But I'm like, did you really think my butt was fake? Like, she walked up to me in the I forget Quest Diagnostics, and asked me who gave me my butt. Like, are you serious?
Wanted to go buy it.
Like, my mother,
right?
My whole family. But I was like, is that a compliment? Because you thought I had a fake butt? But it was an insult, because why would you walk up to me and think my butt was fake? And that was really odd.
Because they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. And
they don't know nothing about it.
You should know.
That veil's been a long time. We've just been walking in this shadow. They don't know nothing about it.
Everyone does not have a fake body, though. And you know what? A lot of us are born with it, and a lot of them want it so bad that they will do anything to get it. If they're squatting to their knees fall out, if they're buying it, anything to get it. And I feel like now I told you I hated it. I was not embracing it. But at this point, I'm older. I'm like, I'm going to embrace it, because everyone wants our bodies but us. And they talk about it because they want what we don't have.
And speaking of bodies,
catching up with your body.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with it. It was just,
Speaking of bodies and natural bodies, in the comments they're talking about Meg Thee Stallion, and she does have it all out. Meg Thee Stallion's body is all natural. She has not had any work. And I love it. Meg Thee Stallion has a body similar to mine, but she's like a stallion. Like, she's the stallion, or mustache.
She's a stallion.
She's the whole stallion.
People hate when you say stallions. They be like, that's a male horse. Shut the hell up.
No, that is sexy. A stallion?
Go down south, you say that girl is a stallion.
Thank you, Candace, for saying that.
That's a compliment.
That's a country thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You built like a stallion, girl.
Meg Thee Stallion is like 5'10", and she stacked like in the old days they would say a brick house. So I love it. I think no one says anything about her because of the simple fact that that's just her. She's rapping. She's like the new Lil Kim. She's the Lil Kim of today, basically.
But she's the real Lil Kim.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Lil Kim had all the work.
Lil Kim. If she had stayed the way she was, should have been good.
First of all, DJ,
she was pretty.
I saw that little comment, Candace.
Oh,
she was.
DJ talking about beat her, Bert.
I can lose it.
Yeah.
I told her I'm losing my ass. That's why he said that.
Oh goodness, it'll be hard to lose the ass with Black women. That is just always gonna be there. Like when I was slim, that I still had ass. So
I literally listen. I was the size of this, and my butt was so big at that point that this skinny. Like I got pictures on Facebook. I was a size 2, and I was like, "Why, Mom? Why did you do this to me? Like, I didn't ask for this."
Well, mine come from my mama. I don't know where mine came from because my mama has hips and no ass. I had ass, hips, and all of that. So
Raven was on here.
What'd you say?
I wish Raven was on here because
no, Raven been standing me up lately.
As small as Raven is, her daughter is so cute and is growing larger than Raven.
Yeah, that's like me. That's how it was with my mother.
She's a teenager. She's a preteen. she's not even a teenager yet. She's a preteen, and she has the cutest little body. She surpassed Raven. So I know Raven's like, oh my God, you know.
That's how I was. I remember being 15. My first job was at 15 in the grocery store. I was a bagger. And this guy, I came after church in a dress.
You got them khaki pants.
Huh?
You got them khaki pants.
Yes. But this guy had on a skirt one day. And he was like, I didn't know you had all that back there. I came up to church. And then this other man, it's so weird. I'm going to tell this story real quick. I'm at work because I was promoted to cashier. I went from bagger to cashier. So I'm at work. I rang up this family of people and they leave. So I get a call and they're like, Candace, your father's on the phone. And first of all, I was raised with a single mom. I at that time, I did not have a good relationship with my father. We talk more now, but they're like, your father's on the phone. I was like, well, he don't know where I work. So I get on the phone and this man is like, what did the eye contact between me and you mean? I was like, huh? Who is this? He was like, he said, I came through your line earlier today and I noticed you were looking at me and I know I was with my wife. I want to know, what did that mean? And I said, obviously it meant nothing because I don't even remember who you are, sir. And I was 15.
You can't, my niece was too. She was stalked by Caucasian man in the store. Like,
this guy was black, but DJ, shut the hell up.
My niece was petite though, so it was like, God. She was like, I wasn't even dressed up. She was like, she usually wears like a hoodie. He's still stalking her.
A hoodie?
Oh my goodness! And I want to shout out my friend Marvin. He's Milltown, Milwaukee. Lashida didn't know I was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin originally. She thought I was from Maryland. But yes, I went to elementary school with Marvin. And this is so crazy, running into classmates from childhood. But yes, and thank you for supporting Chloe. So, hey, Marvin, make sure you subscribe to my channel now.
I still didn't realize black people was in Milwaukee like that.
Do you know Milwaukee is predominantly black. Milwaukee and Racine, those are the black towns of Wisconsin. It's the Midwest. And so when I moved to Maryland, they were like, are there black people there? I'm like, they asked if there's black people here. They were like, what? Like, Milwaukee is so ghetto. You gotta see it.
Ghetto.
Like the inner city is like
search on YouTube "Cuckoo Cow" in my projects, and that'll show you Milwaukee.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
Yes, Cuckoo Cow. That was our little rapper. And he had a song called "In My Projects."
In my
project.
Oh, I remember that song.
Yeah.
In my project. I did remember that.
That was Milwaukee, and we're only 90 miles.
I know that song.
Yeah, we're only 90 miles from Chicago. So just imagine we get all those people from Chicago.
Oh, okay. You should have said that first.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, if you leave with that, you're like, yeah, all right, okay.
But
okay.
Everybody got in trouble in Chicago and went to Milwaukee.
What is DJ talking about? We just feed through everything, ladies. I know y'all can see it. Oh, thank you, Marvin. Candace is right about Milwaukee, though. Eric, I was about to say that, Marvin.
Wow.
Eric Benet is from Milwaukee.
I love Eric Benet.
And when he was married to Holly Berry, you know, they came to my grocery store that I was working at. And I had left. I went to work the next day. It was like, you know, Holly Berry was here last night with it. Like, damn.
I love Eric Benet.
So, yes, I love Eric Benet. I love my hometown. The only reason why I'm not there is because of the snow. I don't like the snow. Sometimes I miss it, but I miss Milwaukee. I miss up north. It was a good thing. What did DJ say? The beauty of black women, y'all get thicker and better with age. Yes, fine like wine. We age with time. We age with time, fine like wine, basically.
That little outline or guideline that what's his name, Candace? He always gives the
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, the little outline that he gives.
I want to ask
skinnyism.
Yeah, I want to ask DJ. What do you think of Kevin Samuels, DJ? Because the older a woman gets, she loses value.
The round face lose value.
Ladies, are we supposed to be a size 4 according to Kevin Samuels?
We're supposed to be a size 4 and 6, but no, I'm thick. I got curves. I'm cornbread fed.
Cornbread cabbage.
I ain't never heard no man say that.
Oh,
That's
Right.
what Kevin Samuels said.
What man
if
said
we're
that?
not a 4 to 6, we're too big.
He's an image consultant, but it looks like he makes his judgment off of the European standard of beauty versus an actual standard of beauty. We need to set our own standard of beauty being Black.
Mhm.
But I want to talk about these challenges, the silhouette, busted, all of that. I know there have been people that have not agreed with the challenges. They're like, why do, and DJ gonna say he love KS. DJ, I'm taking your comment off. And Bird said he'll take curves all day. But I know the comment about these challenges has been said, why do we have to jump on every challenge? And with everything going on in society right now, Black people shouldn't be doing it and all this other bullshit. I'm so tired of hearing about what Black people should do and not do. Do you? Like,
we've been oppressed for so long. Can we have a good laugh? Can we have a good dance?
Right.
can we have some fun? Like,
Can we be in COVID and bust it? We already in the house.
Janice said the average size is 12 to 14. Yes, Janice is correct because she just named my size. I'm a 12 and 14 some days. So
Africa, they teach the youngins how to wind their bodies and embrace their curves and sexiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's only in America that we have these problems. It's only here.
Mhm.
Africa, the older women teach the younger women how to wind their bodies and they make sure you know how to do it right.
yes, and Charles said Kevin Samuels just said that because no fine women want him. Yeah, he's saying he's beating the 20-year-olds off with a stick. But what people don't know, Kevin Samuels has been married twice. He don't talk about his 2 divorces and the kids that he's not taking care of, from what I hear.
Mm-mm.
Word on the street is he can't even see his kids. But we won't go there.
You should
Not
just
everything
introduce
nowadays.
his show, Candace. Just
What'd you say?
Yeah, I think you should just pop up on his show one day. Candy Shop.
I know, but he ain't not gonna let me on. Have you noticed? He goes live on Instagram, and I saw that he only lets on crazy people. Like, and you have to. He has certain days where this person say, "Hey, Tusky, yeah, yes to you, you know."
That's he. No, you.
And K-E-G-W-E Tusky, yay! I will stop. But no, Kevin Samuels only lets certain people on, and then like he has certain days, like he has a disagreement day. So if you disagree with him, sometimes I don't disagree with what he's saying. It's his delivery because he's speaking the truth. Like I don't understand why a woman that has gone from man to man, because they're like I think I don't know if you were on Hana when I talked about this, a woman that had 4 baby daddies 4 children by 4 different baby daddies, and she's over 40 and she wants to meet a man that has no kids. Yeah, and I think that's ridiculous. Like as we get older, you need to mature in what you look for. I told my husband this. If I ever got divorced, I'm not looking for a man that has never had children because I know I'm not trying to have no kids. So I'm not going to date a man that is looking for children. And Kevin Samuels is correct about that. Like I'm not looking for a man on that level. I'm going to look for a man that has experienced life and that has had maybe a divorced child, something, because I'm trying to build with him and grow in our older age, not trying to start over and start something new, I guess, with life and have kids. So Kevin Samuels is right on that part, but he should not be telling certain women. Well, he says they will die alone if they keep the same thought process. Now he did say that, but I feel like he changes his views on what his whole rating system. Sometimes it's on looks, sometimes it's on what's going on with a woman and the more baggage that she has. But he doesn't realize though that this same rating scale needs to be applied to men because men have multiple children and multiple marriages and all of that. So, and DJ, I was talking about this to my husband. I define DJ as a high value man. I don't know what happened to Lashita. I define DJ as a high value man. He is in his 30s, no kids. Oh, here she is. He has no kids. He makes some good money. And so he's the type of guy that may need a younger woman because of his situation. So that is understandable. Like a woman that's in her 40s should not expect to be serious with DJ. I'm gonna just say that. And not to put you on the spot, DJ. And Bird said tea time. Let's look at J Rock. She's riding down the river called. Wait, what is he? Oh, that woman. Yes. He speaks the truth. His approach. Yeah. You looking for someone's old uncle? No, I'm not looking for someone's old uncle. But I'm looking for a man. I'll just say this. First of all, if I got divorced or whatever, if I was wanting to be married again, I would not want to deal with a man that didn't have kids already. Because I can't give him kids. I'm not trying to have kids. So what are y'all thoughts of that? I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking.
Hello, yes. I am so happy that
I find it a little odd.
Kids and a grown man.
DJ. Now I just called you a high value man and you talking about you need a white girl.
I'm not having no more kids.
Oh, geez.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not that close, but I'm over 30. I'm not having no more kids. So if you want to come with your own, you're not getting up out of here. And that's how I feel at this point. So I'm happy that he has kids, that his kids are grown, like in their 20s. So that's perfect. Yeah. My kids, I had teenagers, so that's perfect.
To me, Bert is a high value man. He's somebody of quality, because to me, high value is quality as well. And so y'all both have had y'all kids.
Figures. Quality. No, ain't no amen.
That's just selfish. Oh.
And he is actually. That's why I was like, Kevin said, if you have kids, you can't find a high value man. I had kids. I was divorced. I had kids in my last marriage. And guess what? But I didn't go out there looking like I need a man with 6 figures. I need this and that, because I make my own money. Mm-hmm. I work and I have my own business. Actually, I have 2 side businesses plus my full-time job. So I wasn't looking for a man to validate me. I was looking for a man who I can match with. Mm-hmm. So every time you said that you can't find a high value man, yeah, you can if you bring your own to the table. Mm-hmm. But you can't come to the table empty-handed and expecting somebody to bring you a full spread, and you bring Tupperware, but you want a full feast. It's not going to work. So I feel like you can, if you come equally, you can have what you want. But if you have 7 baby dads and 7 kids, then yeah, you might want to fucking settle for Walmart.
DJ said kids are dope though, and I'm gonna tell you this, DJ. Now, let's say all of us on this panel are not for you because we've lived our lives. We've had children. Some of us have been married, some not. And so we are women that are not looking for someone that wants children. So it's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like a woman for you, DJ, is a woman that's probably a little younger and a woman that is ready to have kids. Preferably a woman between 25 and 30 or 30 and 35.
Don't do what you were about to do. I don't want you looking like a maniac.
I muted her because of the kids. But DJ, we're not for you. I'm looking for a man that already is established and that has had his kids. If he don't have kids and he's old, that's good. I said on my previous show, I want an old white man.
Stop saying that.
Yes, I want an old white man where all I got to do is flash him and he'll be satisfied.
I'm done with you, Candace. I'm so done with you.
My woman is. Oh, you better say that, Bert. This woman is solid. And Charles gonna say some kids are dope. Those kids with all that silver in their mouth, bad as hell. Yes. And no, they like. Oh, here comes Kennard from another page. I don't know how many YouTube pages Kennard has. But yeah. So the challenges. Oh, Lashida, I see your private comment, but I won't.
I do. It ain't that private. I do love kids.
Lashida loves kids and she wants 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, I really want them at the same time. I don't have to go through 2 pregnancies. I would have preferred.
You want twins?
Yeah.
You know,
Who want twins?
Lashida.
You want twins?
They can play with each other. I would
Lashida.
prefer a girl and a boy because I don't have a girl. But
You will.
see, I'm from a family of 4. I thought I was going to have 4. I'm still in the 4 range in my mind. So in order to obtain that, 2 probably are going to have to come at the same time.
Woo.
And J Rock said, now if you have babies, kids, it ain't gonna work. So he's willing to date a woman with kids. That's hilarious. I wasn't willing to date a man with kids. I dated one with, he had 6 kids. I watched, make sure you watch my story time. I'm gonna put it as a little link in here. The guy with 6 kids. And it wasn't even the kids, it was the baby mamas.
Baby mama drama.
3 baby mamas. And one of them used to refer to me as Candy Girl. And I'm like, girl, you're younger than me, like a good 5 or 6 years, and you calling me Candy Girl?
Not
Like,
Candy Girl.
Yeah.
how you calling me Candy Girl and making me a joke, and you chose to have kids with a guy that already had like 5 kids at that, or 4 or 5 kids. Like, miss me with that. I was gonna call her out her name, but I'm gonna go to the next comment. Kanara said both of his brothers had silver teeth and were bad as hell.
Not the silver teeth.
And twin power. So I want to go. I feel like I'm missing some of our
You
topics.
want twins? Oh my! I'm just thinking of the thought of having. If I could have another child, wouldn't.
Yeah. So we
I have a daughter. So I see your point, Lashida. I have both.
Yeah. See, I only have 1. So I would take a girl, but then if 2 came out, I'd be good.
I have both. Well, my son is calmer, but he's taller than me, so he think he grown.
Kenny said he would date a woman with teenage kids. Woman with small kids. Nah, I'm good. Yeah.
Now, Kenny, don't slip on the little kids. These little kids nowadays, they popping out like little geniuses. Some of them
That's
are
true.
Oh,
They're not like baby kids. They're very mature, and they'll get with you.
Charles is a twin. Yes, Charles is a twin, and we rarely. I've never seen your twin brother, Charles, but I knew you had a twin. And Bert just said, "Hell no."
What hell no?
So we kind of touched on this last topic about what are your thoughts on our bodies of Black women and how we are viewed today. So, like we said, I do feel like we're viewed negatively. We talked about this a lot. So I just want to go to the final thoughts. Oh, and Charles, yeah, I can see Charles. You only have 1 daughter, so I would see why you want another child. You need a son. So I want to go to everybody's final thoughts. So starting with Hannah, what are your final thoughts on everything that we've discussed today?
Why not me first? So I'm gonna go through my final thoughts. My first thought is I feel like us as Black women, we are not respected enough for the women that we are. I feel like we should not be judged because for our curves that we have, because even though we didn't ask for them, we're blessed with them. And I feel like we should embrace them at all times. I also feel like we deserve a little bit more respect. And men sexualize us so much. When we embrace our sexiness, I feel like that should be okay. But men can objectify us. When we embrace it, it's a problem. And I feel like it's okay for us to want to be sexy and want to embrace our curves and want to show the woman that we are, because if we weren't showing it, then it would be a problem. If we were showing it, it's a problem. So I feel like if you want to show it, just be the woman who you want to be. Don't let nobody judge you or take it away from you. And when you're in your 20s, live your best life.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Hannah. Jay said he prefers a woman with no kids, but a minimum she has to have 1 baby father if she's got a track record like that. Right, was Erykah Badu? Hell no. I agree. Hell, I wasn't trying to date no man with all them kids. So yeah, I understand.
I do have.
Erykah Badu has like 3 baby daddies, I think.
I thought she had 2.
Maybe she does have 2, but I know Andre 3000
Lee has 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My FT is Hannah. I need some seasoning. What is Charles talking about? Thank you, Kenny.
Thanks,
And
Kenny.
if you got it, flaunt it. Yes. So our trail, I'm gonna go to you. I'm sorry, we be talking over you, our trail. And
yeah, you're fine.
yes, I want to hear your final thoughts.
I think same thing. I mean, I feel like your body is, especially as a Black woman. I mean, it's not just about being sexual. Like I think Sheeta said, it's who we. It's hard to explain. It's cultural. It's a powerful thing. Like I feel like I will say, I do feel like now in our society that a lot of young women, and I'm speaking for my generation, which I feel like I'm not a part of sometimes. I do feel like we mix up being proud of our bodies and exhibiting ourselves as only sexual objects. So I do feel like that's the thing too. I feel it's a fine line, and that's where I support Chloe, because I feel like she's just a young woman learning who she is and feeling comfortable with her body, which is a beautiful thing. And then, like somebody brought up, there's the Megan Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's, where I feel like sometimes we let other people, like men sometimes, but I think that's a fine line. So, I mean, that's a topic for another day. That can get kind of deep. But overall, I feel like the body and the female body is a beautiful thing. And especially the Black female body, because we are the creators of the earth. So our bodies are even more than just that. We're spiritual beings, but I'll leave that there.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Artrell, for that. Lashita, what are your final thoughts?
I totally agree. Like I said, it's we are living art. You know what I mean? Like from way back in Egyptian history. I mean, some of the main artifacts were hidden, showing our full figures, and they were painted. They weren't displayed. They were altered. They were hidden, and they just weren't projected. But they're there. They've always been there. You know what I mean? And they've always embraced our curves. They just didn't want it to be publicized or promoted. But we've always been celebrated behind closed doors. You know what I mean? More cushion for the pushing. But seriously, they love us, but they won't show that they love us because it is power in our femininity. And I think now that Kim Kardashian has adopted our physique, oh yeah, now it's popular, you know, and to the point that people are getting you can get the booty shorts, literally pull on a booty. So I mean, like everything in our history basically has been stolen. So we as a people have to take ownership and stop letting them act like they just created something new. We need to step in our own and say, this is who we are. This is who we've been. This is who we've been embraced. You know what I mean? Like, and to retrain our brains, to retrain our little ones and those that come or little legacies behind us that, yes, be proud. Don't, you can use it for your benefit, but you don't have to flaunt it like that. You know what I mean? Like there is a power in it and you should be empowered by it because it's a lovely thing, but you should not put it on blast and kind of be exploited by it.
Yes, I definitely agree. Thank you all for your comments. For me, going back to the Chloe situation, I'm a little tipsy too. I'm happy about her exploring her sexuality. She reminds me of me. We were the same size. Well, I was that size then, but I think it's a beautiful thing. I like the fact that she can have fun, because as Black women, especially, we don't ever get to have fun. We're looked at as serious and we have to be these saviors to people, but no, we can have fun, be feminine in our femininity, cry on a man's shoulder when we need to. And there's nothing wrong with that. We don't always have to be strong. And I want to show that side of us, the softer side, because we are very soft. We are delicate. We are flowers, and we need to be protected. And so with that said, I want to thank these ladies for joining my show. They don't have to, but I love each and every one of them. They do my show with me not even having to really beg them or ask them to do it. They just come on. So I want to thank y'all for joining my show. My platform is to uplift Black women and Black people. So I hope you like what you see. If you don't, I'm sorry, but make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to The Candy Shop. This was Ladies Night, Lacing Cocktails. I done finished my cocktail, but thank you and have a good night. And thank you, DJ. Yes.
The music, Candace.
I know we need to have some twerking music. I don't
Put
have
some juvenile on.
Wait, I can do it. I don't even know how to
It's
do
your
it.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's your birthday.
Birthday song.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's your
It's
birthday.
your birthday. It's your birthday.
No, girl, it's the birthday.
You know, Black people create their own beat.
Yeah. Don't. It's.
Hey, well, bye, everybody. Thank you for watching us. Let me make sure I